Hi, my name is. I'm in the 7th grade and I attend Cultural Roots Homeschool Cooperative. Today I'm at a park called Pine Camp Arts and Community Center in Richmond, Virginia. I'm here to introduce my project called Project Deer, the effect of deterring deer from rubbing their antlers against the bald cypress. And I'm here in my test plot with some of the trees.
So, the purpose of Project Deer was to figure out how do I humanely keep deer from destroying the bald cypress. Since when we started this project, it was mating season, the male white-tailed deer were rubbing their antlers on the trunks of the tree to help mark their territory. This in turn was damaging the trees and could potentially kill them. So, I came up with an idea of how to prevent this from happening. So, my hypothesis was if I surround three 7-year-old bald cypress trees with bird netting, then the male white-tailed deer cannot rub their antlers on the trunks of the trees. My independent variable for this project was netting, and this is what the tree looked like when we added netting to them, and we secured the netting to some of the branches with zip ties. For my dependent variables, I had the bald cypress trees I assessed once a week for 7 weeks, the 4 bald cypress trees, 1 control and 3 normal ones, and the other dependent variable were the deer hoof prints and damage to the trees. Some of the materials I used were bird netting, measuring tapes, 2x2s, mulch, wheelbarrow, shovels, cameras, trail cams, and other materials. This is a picture of what the trail cams look like, and we secured 2 of these to some of the bigger trees that overlooked our test plot so we could see what the deer were doing at night. For my method, every Friday for 7 weeks, I would make an assessment by counting deer hoof prints and determining the damage caused by the male deers to the bald cypress trees. This is a picture of me getting more mulch, and we put more mulch around the trees every couple weeks so we wouldn't count any old deer prints, or if we didn't put mulch around them, we would just stamp down where the mulch was so we wouldn't count the old deer prints from the past weeks. This is tree 11, also known as the tree that we put the tree cage around. Unlike some of the other trees, which you'll see in a little while, this one we actually didn't just wrap in netting. This one we had 4 2x2s, and then we just wrapped them with netting. And we did this because the tree outgrew the first netting that we put around it. So when we were analyzing or assessing data, we had 2 scales. One was the scale of deer prints, which went from 0 to 10. 10 plus equals 10 plus prints, 5 equals 5 deer prints, 4 equals 4 deer prints, and 0 equals 0 deer prints. These are tree 11 deer prints for their graph. It's kind of surprising because in week 4 there were 9 deer prints, and in week 3 there was 1 deer print. We also had the scale for tree damage of how we assessed the damage caused by the deer. 10, the tree is completely gone and dead. 5, the branches and bark are rubbed off. 4, the branches are taken off but not too much. And 0, the tree has no new damage. These are a couple pictures of what the trees look like when they had damage on them. As you can see, a lot of the branches are broken off and a lot of their bark is gone. This is tree 11 damage. As you can see, there is no damage at all, and this is mainly because we put the tree cage around it, so none of the deer could physically get to the tree to hurt it. These are the averages of deer prints and damages for all 4 of my trees, including my control plot, which was tree 10. As you can see with tree 3, something that's kind of surprising is it didn't have any damage or any deer prints for all of the weeks that we assessed it, and this is because it is one of the smallest trees and the deer really did not mess with it at all. So in conclusion, or at first I'm going to restate my hypothesis was, my hypothesis is if I surround 3 7-year-old bald cypress trees with bird netting, then the male white-tailed deer cannot rub their antlers on the trunks of the trees. My hypothesis was correct because the netting did stop the white-tailed deer from rubbing their antlers on the trunks of the bald cypress trees. Thank you.